All right, so I know it's been a while. Appreciate you guys waiting, but I'm going to continue with the VK to CD swap for my 350Z. I actually just got the flywheel done. Probably wondering like what I had to do to the flywheel. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to explain why I had to have it done this way. The clutch, my pressure plate, and my flywheel. I'm going to be using it with the VK swap. I'm going to show you how you end up using all this with the VK. So to use this, the teeth, all the teeth right here and things have been milled off. I had them machined by Jack Stoll Performance. He's a good buddy of mine there in Lexington, so he always does really cool, nifty work for it. But on top of taking the teeth off of it, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, there used to be probably another 1/4 inch or so of material, and we took that off of it. But the reason why you do this is on the VK56, you have a flex plate, which is essentially just an automatic transmission style flywheel. The VKs always came with an auto. The CD trans is a manual. Well, to make an engine that always had an auto trans and stuff work with the manual trans, this is a way to do it. So the adapter kit that I used was the C3 adapters, plate, and in previous videos I show you how I install that and how that works. But you have to use the teeth on that flex plate from the VK in order for the sensor to read your timing. It's VK, it reads the teeth on the flex plate. But in the way this kit works is now you're going to have your VK engine, your CD trans, and in between those two, you're going to have a flex plate and this flywheel and clutch and pressure plate. Sorry, clutch and pressure plate. This all bolts pretty well to the VK and things like that, but now you'll be using the teeth that will be on the flex plate for your starter and your sensor to read. So you have to take all the teeth off this one so that they don't interfere with it. But I also had the backing off of this milled down so that way I can fit everything together and save some space here. I won't have any issues with space. The adapter does come with a spacer for all this to work. I know some people have done it by just cutting the teeth off, grinding them down, things like that, and I'm sure you can do that, but I don't know if it'll be as precise. But also, I know with the ACT flywheel, the teeth are hardened on these. I mean, even in Jack's lathe and everything, he went through, I think, 1 or 2 bits. But he got it done a great job on it. And this is just your standard 17-pound lighter weight flywheel from ACT. And their pressure plate is heavy duty or something, but it is up, I think it's rated to like 600 foot-pound of torque. So that'll be able to do whatever I do with the VK. Like I said, the VK itself, I've rebuilt it. I didn't add anything special to it. It's literally stock rods, stock pistons, or I should say OEM. They're not stock. I literally just refreshed all of the engine so it'd be new. But it is all OEM stuff, OEM spec, so nothing different there. But anyways, yeah, so if you decide to go this route and you want these teeth done away with, I would say find a machine shop or somebody that can do it. It'll definitely save you a lot of time. The one of the drawbacks, I guess, with doing this swap is you do buy the flywheel. I mean, a flywheel for these, like the ACT one, I think is almost $500–600, and then you have to pay to have it machined and, essentially remove parts of it. Or in my case, I was lucky enough that all of this is salvageable and I already had the flywheel. So I went ahead and just had it machined. I will be doing videos when this actually gets to go into the vehicle. I'll show you how everything stacks on top of each other, how it all goes together, what the transmission and engine look like. Because as of right now, I do have the engine all put back together. I do have the adapter plate on it. I do have the transmission bolted to it. I even have the engine and transmission in the car, sitting roughly where it needs to be. I've made a transmission mount that, it bolts my transmission exactly where I need it, uses all the OEM location stuff. And then I'll be putting on a rack relocation kit for my steering rack. That way, when I set the engine down in there, the oil pan doesn't hit where the steering rack normally sits on a Nissan 350Z. And then we'll be making some custom motor mounts. Like I said, just appreciate you guys. Just wanted to show like where I'm at, update you. I promise I'm not doing a bunch of stuff and then just not showing it. I want people to know what's in this type of swap. Appreciate you guys. Hope to see you at the next video.